Welcome back to the Better Call Sukan podcast. Hi, my name is Arif Daniel, your host for every single week. Tetapi every single week, every single episode juga ada guest host yang berbeza.
Who's the guest host?
Yeah, who's the guest host?
Who is it? I wonder.
Sebelah saya beliau, a very good friend of mine. Very talented actor, multi-talented person, singer, dancer juga.
That's true.
That's true. We dekat our theatre industry, we almost basically badan kita hampir sama, muka hampir sama, and he will get the roles. Aku jadi macam understudy. Yes. But I'm okay with that sebab dia bukan guna kabel, dia memang talented gila. So welcome to the show, Mr. Nabil Zakaria.
Yeah, happy to be here. Being a guest host for Better Call Sukan, and of course we do have a wonderful guest today.
Yes.
Okay,
kita nak sembang pasal apa sebenarnya, Nabil?
Something very new, for me at least.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure sport lovers out there would be familiar with this sport. Gymnastics. Gymnastics, man. I mean, I can't do whatever it is
itu
they're doing.
Yang apa, Anytime Fitness Gym tu lah?
Bukan. Yang ni dia yang buat split tu.
Buat split cheerleading?
Not exactly. Tapi dia buat split dekat atas a pole or vault that is like very small.
Okay, nanti kita tanya dia lah, betul ke yang katakan kau tu?
I'm sure I'm not, you know, let's refer to the expert first ni.
Basically, gymnastic pun in our country pun we had a gymnastic episode also in season 1 with a former gold Commonwealth. Betul ke nak boy? Yes, Serena at 1998. Dia buat gymnastik. Apa?
Rhythmic gymnastics.
Right. Betul. That's why I have you here today.
Yes.
Okay, tapi hari ni kita ada artistik gimnas lah. Yes. Dan juga Malaysia national athlete. Okay.
So she's an athlete and also she's an artist.
Okay. Wow. Alright. Tanpa buang masa, Nabil, why don't you introduce to the Better Call Sukan viewers and listeners siapa guest kita pada hari ni?
Alright.
Yes.
I do know that her name is Marissa Zaiful, but she has a middle name that I need to refer to the notes.
Okay. Tadi dia cakap panggil Marissa je, tapi
okay, let's just refer to her. Let's welcome Marissa Zaiful to the studio.
Yes.
And of course to the podcast as well.
Yes, Malaysia national athlete. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, dia first time actually masuk podcast.
Yeah.
So thank you for memasuki dalam bidang podcast. We're gonna talk about you. So podcast ni simple je, tak ada. It's just a santai-santai. We're gonna get to know about you. Okay. So Nabil, before kita nak tahu pasal dia punya like journey dalam sebagai athlete,
For sure.
we want to know about like how it all started, right?
For sure, yeah.
Okay. So how you mula mencintai bukan gimnastik kan, mencintai sukan.
Betul.
Yes.
Like if I were to have a daughter, how would my daughter start?
Yes.
So, for me, I mostly started because of my sister. So, we were in Bangkok at the time, and my sister already was in the sport. So, my mom did not have anyone to take care of me because I was born in Bangkok. So, when my sister was training, she would just put me there. She would just let me play around. So, I was a very curious baby, apparently, according to my mom. So I was like going around and being curious, and my mom would like put me on the bars and stuff. So when we came back to Malaysia, my sister decided to continue gymnastics, to pursue it. So they sent her to a gym at Shah Alam at like session 6.
Okay.
And then I was already 3 by the time, and then I was still in the gym, still playing around, still being hyper. And my mom was like, this girl has too much energy, so we're going to put you into classes. And then from there, I really liked it, just from being in the gym. So I told my mom that I wanted to be just like my sister.
When you were 3?
When I was like 3 or 4.
Mom, I want to be a gymnast, probably something like that. 'Cause she was 3.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So she was like, okay. And then from there, I started to be in classes.
So, like, there's no other sports that came into your life besides gymnastics?
No, because I was born. I was like raised in the gym.
Oh, so you didn't do like ballet or?
No.
But yeah, because he suspected that he was like macam she must have started in the ballet or something.
Yeah,
yeah. She
because,
was like macam
like,
he was
even-
really like sad about it.
I would not
usually-
see myself in ballet, honestly.
Oh, okay. Because like, I don't know lah, tak adalah kata kenal ramai juga gymnas. Tapi ada lah kenal, tapi dorang macam cerita dorang is, even Serena was in ballet. And then, yeah, betul kan, not boy? I'm not saying Serena, if you're listening, what's up? So, gymnas all the way.
Yeah.
Wow. So terus till today lah.
Yeah, till today.
Till today. Macam dia ni. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, Marissa is still in high school.
Yeah.
Yes, and she's already a national athlete.
Yep.
So,
What were you doing in high school, Alex?
national athlete ke?
Oh, okay. It's only me that.
Tak ada lah. In my dreams. But yeah, so basically 4 years old jadi gymnas terus.
Yeah.
Then how it bloomed to like, you wanted to choose this.
It bloomed how because we had 2 different coaches. So one was for younger gymnasts, and one was my sister's coach who were competing and doing more stuff. And I remember suddenly just one day, the coach was like, "Okay, Marissa, you're going to join your sister from now on." So I've been going classes with her, and then from there, they put me into competitions,
Okay.
and then I realized I like this. I like the feeling of
What
going.
age was that?
I think I started competing competitively when I was 6.
6? Oh.
6 or 7, yeah, around there. Yeah, and I remember just going out there performing, enjoying, and something about the competition environment, the thrill of performing, and like the nervousness had like a spark in me, and I was like, okay, there's something I want to do, and yeah, it's mostly that.
And like masa 6 years old, 7 tu, you join open competition or you dah masuk as a state or like school ke? Yeah.
I was under
School,
club.
6 mana ada sekolah. Club, under a club lah.
Yeah.
I see. And just now you keep saying your sister is your sister also athlete juga ke?
She was an athlete. She stopped in 2018.
Oh, a national athlete also.
No, was a state athlete.
State athlete. Bagi shout out to your sister. What's your sister's name?
Lisa.
Lisa.
Let's
Shout
go,
out.
Lisa.
Let's go, Lisa. Thank you for inspiring your younger sister to be who she is today. Kan? Betul lah kan?
Yes.
But is it something that runs in the family? Like your sister used to be an athlete, you are also a national athlete. What about your other siblings or your parents?
They used to do sports. From what I know, my mom used to play tennis, but she wasn't really a high-level tennis player. And my 2 brothers did their fair share of sports as well. So that's my dad. So just sports in general just runs in the family.
Okay. Basically, when you started competing and joining all, it was always
Rhythmic gymnastics.
rhythmic gymnastic.
It's artistic. Rhythmic is
Rhythmic orang lain.
Oh, aku ingatkan kau tanya aku macam nak sebut rhythmic tu.
Yeah. Is it rhythmic or it's always been artistic?
always been artistic.
Always been artistic. Actually, do you mind just give to the audience macam gimnastik ni dia ada berapa kategori actually?
In official FIG, there is 3 different types of gymnastics.
Okay.
There is artistic.
Yes.
There is rhythmic, and there's also trampoline.
Okay.
Trampoline. So the most known is always artistic and rhythmic, which people always get confused.
That's in the Olympics, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So artistic is with equipment. Like we have for men's there's 6, and for women's there's 4. For women's there's the floor, the vaulting, the uneven bars, and the balance beam. Whereas for men's there is pommel horse, parallel bars, high bars, rings, floor, and vaulting.
Mm.
So yeah.
That is
Artistic. So rhythmic, they use, what do you call it? Apparators.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have hoop, rope, ribbon, and clubs and ball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maknanya dia guna barang lah untuk
Yeah, they
like
use it.
demonstrate their performance kan.
Yes.
That's true. I wonder because you grew up basically into the sport.
Yeah.
Kinda. In the sport. Like how do you deal with losses at such a young age? Because I'm sure you have lost before.
Oh
but
yeah.
How do you deal with that? Because if I were 7, if I lost something, I would have probably like macam stopped doing that. But you kept going.
Yeah. For me, when I was 7, I didn't think about winning or losing. I thought about, because I was a bit clueless. So I went and I was like, okay, we're doing this now. So I just went and I was like, okay, I enjoy. And then when I started to get older, that's when I realized, I started to win. And then it had an impact on me because from there, I started to think, okay, if I can do this, then, I will start winning more. But losing, in a way, of course, as like a child, I felt disappointed, but it didn't really have like a big impact on me. Yeah, I'll feel like sad that I didn't get anything coming to years, but I slowly told myself, or like my mom will tell me, it's okay because like it's a part of learning, and sometimes winning is not always the best thing to have.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because it's such a result-oriented
Yes.
thing,
Yeah.
right?
Growing up is mostly about gaining experience other than winning or losing.
And when did you start to like betul-betul competitive? At what age actually? Like you said 6 or 7, but that is from your your class or your group kan?
Yeah.
And then when do you start like to wakil sekolah ke?
When I was 8.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that was wakil sekolah lah.
Yeah.
Then
State when I was 9.
and then 10 jadi national athlete.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you've been a national athlete for 7 years dah.
Yes, 7 years.
Wow.
That's a long time and that's a lot of experience. But I guess we're not familiar. I mean, I don't know a lot of athletes.
Okay.
And I also don't know a lot of people who came from Sekolah Sukan Bukit Jalil. Like, how would you describe your normal routine? Because we go to school and then we balik and then we tidur.
Betul.
But is that the same for you?
No. So, what I do every day is that I'll wake up and then I'll get ready for school, and then I'll come back from school. I straight away head to the gym. But the best part from the journey there is that I take a small nap.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll be in the gym from like 3:30 to 7:30, and then I'll come back home. So it's been that type of cycle
For
since-
years.
For years, yeah.
Have you ever felt like, macam, I don't want to go to the gym today, man. Not today, please.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah?
It's an episode that everyone had been through. It's like you don't want to go, but you know that you have to go. But like if I was a club gymnast, of course I can just tell my mom, no, I don't want to go. But as a national athlete, it's our duty to go. So even if you don't feel like going, we have to change our like mindset like that. And like, okay, we're in, we have to do what we have to do.
Is that the biggest or one of the minor challenges?
One of the minor challenges.
Minor, okay.
But it's quite astounding that you have that sense of responsibility early on.
Yeah.
I am a national athlete. I'm carrying my country's name when I go to competitions, and I should give my best every time, all the time almost.
Yes.
And how often do you macam join competitions like in a year actually?
It depends on the FIG scheduling.
FIG again, kalau refresher for people, it's
Federation International Gymnastics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
So, from there, we will also have like our state competitions and whatnot. So MGF will create a schedule
Okay.
for the coaches or for anyone, because they're usually posted online, to see what competitions are upcoming next. So from there, the coaches will do selections and see which one we will go for.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like you can pick and choose, or macam mana?
No.
Oh,
It's
no.
also based on budget wise as well. But like mostly the coaches will see which competition we should or should not go. They have a say in it, and also MSN do have a say in the competitions we go to.
Oh yeah, because like MSN, you are under MSN lah kan?
Yeah.
Dia orang yang hantar you
Yeah, they're the
To-
ones sending us.
to the
So-
competitions and all.
Yeah.
And for 7 years, you've been competing with Asia region, or have you been like outside of lawan dengan Europe new team ke?
No,
Atau
so far only been with Asian.
Okay,
But I did compete with Australia and New Zealand once.
okay.
Yeah.
Just a question. If you compete under 17s ke? You compete under 10s
Which
ke?
category?
Which category?
So for
how does it work?
international competition, there is 2 categories.
Okay.
Senior and junior category. Senior is from 16 to whatever age you're able to compete. And juniors are from 13 to 15.
Macam mana tadi?
10 to 16, right? And then
No, senior is from 16 and above.
Oh.
And junior is from 13 to 15.
Oh, so you baru je lah join the
Yeah.
senior. Macam 16 and above?
Yeah.
And is actually your sports ni ada, when is the last age?
Recently now there's no age limit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Currently, now there's a 50-year-old gymnast who is still competing at the highest level till this.
50.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And you, same, so you need to compete with the person 50-year-old too?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Mm.
For you to be in that category also, must take a lot of preparations and all.
Yes.
Yes. Nabil, you about to say something, sorry.
No, I was gonna ask, like, macam I wonder if you had not been, if you did not grow up in the gym, like would it have been a different Marissa? Like, has this sport shaped your life or your personality in any way?
I think it did. I would not know what I would have done if I wasn't in the gym, because other than like school, I at least have something else to look forward to. And my whole childhood and like my personality revolves around gymnastics, because it's like one of the things I will bring up in the conversation if I'm getting to know someone, because I would like to know what they do. And of course, if you're having a conversation, they'll also know what I like to do. But what I see myself not doing this sport, probably not.
But I mean, why should people do gymnastics?
Why they should do gymnastics?
Good.
Like, what should I do to gymnastics?
Because you get a feeling of, how would I describe it? I feel like you're flying. I feel like you're able to jump to the highest you can and just flip around and feel like you don't have gravity for like a minute. Like not in a minute, even a second. And then the fact that you are able to do something that, most people are not able to do is amazing, honestly. Like, it's something that you don't think is capable of doing, but in the end it actually is. It's the best feeling in the world.
Oh, that like the answer to, like, was it like you got that feeling when you were like little?
Yeah. When I first like started rolling around, and I'm like, this is so fun.
Yeah, like Marissa, you said you started from young and all. I have also a family member of mine yang dia pun from kecil dia kena like go out from school, go competition and all. So I observe dari jauh dia like dia punya childhood tu tak ada lah sangat. So it for him it's sacrifice and it's worth it lah. But it's different. So can you just tell us about that part of like sacrifice? Maybe like birthday parties kena tak boleh pergi.
Oh, wow, yes.
Yeah, because every child like that diorang rasa, except for all these people that make it, like even like all these national athletes or even international athletes semua, diorang di impian diorang daripada kecil macam tu, so that's why their goal is all that. So do explain like how do you feel about like all that, even like contohnya sleepovers ke atau your friends, you kena these friends je ke.
Yeah, if your prom clashes with a really important competition, what would you do? Stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, so sacrifice is the main thing in sports because you're not just sacrificing your time, you're sacrificing your childhood, like all the memories and stuff. Of course, I experienced it as well. It's not the best feeling. It's like knowing that when someone will ajak you like, oh, let's do this after school, and you say you can't. It's not like you don't want to, you have to, but it's the path that you have to go through to succeed. It's the path that you have to go to if you want to reach your dreams. And I know by doing this, in the end, it'll be all worth it, because all this later, sooner in life, you'll experience. It doesn't have to be at that set in time, but like taking this journey, you won't have the time for that anymore. Because when you grow older, of course, you won't feel any younger, right? So
Yeah, we know that feeling.
so sacrificing this now to have the happiness you want later is worth every time, every second. But it's heartbreaking to know that, I will miss out on my first sleepover or my first prom or whatever. But it's the nature of the sport.
And you know why you're doing this.
Yeah, I know why I'm doing this.
And I think you touched upon this a bit, like the thrill of performing.
Yes.
And what are the other things that make you like, macam, I really want to do this. Like, macam, this is so fun for me. Competing also, you mentioned a bit about it just now.
So the thrill of it is being to show, not just to yourself, but to everyone in the arena what you are capable of. And that hard work really paid off, because you're up on that equipment and you're doing what you're trained, you're doing what you're capable. And of course, just you're nervous, but like imagine the whole arena screaming and cheering for like
For you
for you to do.
Like that. Marissa. Like that ke? Pernah?
Yeah.
You have to call us to see your competition, so we'll be part of that also. Okay, sambung.
So, just having the crowd like rooting for you to do your best is really fun. It's really heartwarming, and to show to the judges that I'm performing skills that you may see other people do, but I might perform it even better. It's a feeling that is hard to describe, honestly. Because you can describe it as like, how you pergi tengok bola and the environment just from the seats is very heartwarming.
Yes.
But like being in that field and looking around is a different feeling in general.
That's one of my ambitions actually when I was a child, to want to be a football player.
Isn't everyone's ambition?
Maybe not everyone, but I remember for a shoot, I had to go down to the pitch of Stadium Bukit Jalil. I mean, there wasn't anyone in the seats. It was just only us on the pitch. But imagine playing and scoring on that pitch and 100,000 people cheering you on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could have that for like 2 seconds, man.
Yeah, and like what you said, the feeling and all you said about judges semua, I just nak tanya about that. Judges berapa banyak? Is it the scoring system macam like diving, so over 10 and all? For artistic?
Artistic, it's okay. How do I explain?
Okay, kalau kita ada TJ kat sini juga, kalau nak explain. You given basically Marissa is not alone here. Marissa is with her manager TJ from KL Gimnastics, So he has been actually managing Marissa's journey also. So the question is, how's the judging? Okay, you can explain, tapi I need bagi tahu you just a short one je, basically.
Okay. So
Yes.
kita ada D score, E score, and then penalty, and then comes to the final score. The D score tu panggil
Okay.
difficulty. The
Okay.
difficulty score
D score, E score,
E score is the execution score,
execution score,
and then the penalty.
and then penalty
Yes, and then comes the final score.
and final score.
D
Okay.
score tu is like how difficult the skill is.
D score is difficulty punya okay.
So dia add up dari semua.
Okay.
And E score tu dia tolak dari 10.
E score tolak daripada 10.
So
Alright.
kalau dia ada macam tak baik lah, kekurangan lah,
Alright.
not doing perfectly, so dia continue 0.1, 0.3, 0.5.
Okay.
Now 1 point deduction. Then after that they will add up the D score and E score.
Okay.
And then if ada apa-apa penalty, like maybe step out of the line, 0.1.
Yes.
Then comes to their final score. So that's how it's being judged for artistic gymnastic.
Oh, so basically there are a few. It's not like per 10 je lah.
No.
Okay.
One is, yang maybe a very old system.
Oh.
Perfect 10. yang
Oh,
macam
tak ada. So tak ada perfect 10 lah, Marissa. Actually.
No, but in the US college gymnastics, they
Ah.
still use that perfect 10 system.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, TJ. Just a big shout out. Kalau you guys tak boleh dengar sangat, because TJ's mic is dia tak ada mic, tapi he's here. We're gonna speak about that in a bit. So just nak tahu actually the scoring system, and like you berapa kali round? Is it you have to go how many rounds in a certain competition ke? Every competition berbeza, like SEA Games, UMA ke, or like national
Every
MSSM?
competition is the same in a way. So you'll have around five to 4 teams playing.
Okay.
So we have 4 apparators.
Okay.
So each team will take a turn on each apparator, so you'll go around. So, for example, I'll use the Olympic cycle.
Okay.
So one team will be on the vault, one team will be on bars, one team will be on beam, one team will be on floor.
One team.
Yeah, team. So in a team, they could be consists to like 5 to 6 people.
Okay.
So each one of us will take a turn on the apparators, only one try. And then once the rotation is done, they'll rotate us to the next event. We will do that until we finish all 4 events.
Oh, then the score will. And then you said team. So you wakil tu not alone ke or macam mana?
So gymnastics, you're playing alone,
Okay.
but you have a team. So it's an individual sport, but it's also consists of a team.
So the scoring is based on the performance of all the individual athletes. Wow.
Oh.
So the team score is each athlete score add up together, and then that's how you get your team score. But for each individual athlete, we also have our all-around score, which is our own personal score.
Oh.
So you kind of have to help your fellow
Yes.
athletes as well, because it's
Yes.
not just about you.
No.
Because I mean, the weakest link would probably damage the final score at the
Yes.
end, right?
So usually in the Olympics, in a sense, a team layout would be like qualifying, everyone will play. And then if it's finals, then they'll take the best 4. From the best 4, they'll rotate. You can switch your gymnasts, your athletes throughout the competition, but you have to tell them in advance. So they'll always put the best on each event to help the scoring.
But this is group lah. You also ada individual category also.
Yeah. So each event has an event final,
Okay.
and there's also an all-around final. So this is when you're competing not in a team anymore. You're competing individually.
Okay.
So from there, you're competing against other countries. If for a team event, you're competing for your team, not just for yourself. But when it comes to individual, you're competing for yourself.
So you have a team actually.
Yeah.
Like your teammates.
Yes.
And they are all 17-year-old.
No, they're older or younger.
Oh.
How is that like working with older athletes? Is that easier? Is that better? Did you learn more than working with athletes around your age?
You get to learn a lot more because they're older, they have more experience, and they give good advice.
Do you feel more pressure?
At first, a bit. Like you want to impress the big athletes.
Yeah.
But like when you realize that when you train with them longer, it's not about that. It's just, it's about, in the end, it's always about yourself.
So it's a team sport also lah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We should enter, man.
Tak boleh tu.
Yeah.
Aku tak flexible enough.
Cannot, huh?
Cannot.
Okay, maybe not.
It's a team sport, but it's an individual sport because when you're up on the apparatus, it's only you.
Apparatus tu apa actually?
Like the poles or the vaults.
Yes.
Or the unbalanced beams.
It's balance beam
It's
and uneven bar.
Uneven bars, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh. Okay. So when you're around the apparatus, again you said?
It's just yourself. You know how football, you have your team to help you?
Yeah.
For this, it's just yourself. So you go on to the vault, on the runway, it's you alone. You go onto the floor, it's you. It's only you performing.
Okay.
The rest of your team is beyond the side cheering you
and
on.
also and then we'll calculate the score together.
Yeah, of all the individual performers.
So once you finish, your score will go up. So let's say you get a 13 or a 12, then that will contribute to your team.
Oh. And then after that, so is it two categories of individual and group and in team?
So there's qualifying.
Okay.
So qualifying is usually team qualifying and individual qualifying. So after qualifying, they'll always have finals. So there will be finals for each event.
Okay.
And then occasionally there will be, so for bigger competition, there will be team finals.
Okay.
And then individual finals.
Okay. So you're aiming for your team to like, so your team is a national team ke or
Yeah,
macam
national
mana?
team.
Oh, so dua-dua lah. You ada individual pun, you ada team pun, you ada.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I thought like you sorang-sorang je. Is that
Same, yeah.
work for all gymnasts macam like previously our national athlete Farah, and also dia pun ada team juga?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sebab dia seorang je yang di-highlight. Actually, I mean like...
In
like
gymnastics, it's because it's your performance.
Okay.
So of course, they will highlight you because you have brought back, like you have made an impact. You have brought back results and whatnot. But behind that, there's always a team. There's always other gymnasts with you together. So you're not completely alone.
Oh, and okay. The chemistry of this team has to be really strong. How long does it take for you and your team to be together and then macam mana tiba-tiba like someone to tukar team? I mean like, because like even like we talk about football ke apa kan, you're a player and then it's not you who to decide who plays with you. Yeah, so it's the apa hierarchy ke, your coach ke apa ke. So how does it affect you, or you have to focus on your own game also je?
Okay. So for us, we train at the same training center. We all train together.
Okay.
So chemistry is there. We're all friends. We all know each other since we're small. So we have a good circle. But when it comes to the team planning, of course, it's the coaches. But no matter what, we're always supporting each other.
For sure.
So of course, like they know what to correct me on. They know how to cheer me on, because we know each other deeply, in a way. But in the end, you have to focus on yourself, because you're playing. You're the only one playing, but you still will give support to your team members.
Oh, I really thought it was an individual sport that you're doing. I did not know that you're in a team. Okay, sebab dalam like I mean I did read about like some articles about you and all, and selalu kalau nampak you naik atas podium tu you seorang-seorang.
Okay, so if I'm up on the podium alone, that means it's either an individual medal or an event medal, because we do have our team medal.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but when you mostly see gymnasts standing on the podium alone, that's either for their individual medal.
Okay.
So it's their all around or their event medal.
So you focus on both individual and team at the same time.
Because it's combined.
Yeah.
Because you're still doing the same event. So yeah.
What would be your most memorable competition so far?
Okay,
I mean, it doesn't
yeah.
have to be one that you won.
Yeah. Like,
Because you mentioned competing in Australia as well.
Yeah. Most memorable.
To this date, yeah.
I have two.
Okay.
One was in Australia because it was my first time being in Australia, and I just everything there, from the vibes, from the competition. It was such a good competition.
Were you nervous? Of course you were. No, you weren't.
I was.
Okay.
I was a bit, because I was in a totally new place with new people. Like, I'll be lying if I said I was never nervous for a competition.
Yep.
Because
No, nerves is good. It shows that you care.
yeah.
Because if you're not nervous, it means you
Like,
don't care about the
yeah.
outcome, right?
Yeah. So it was an experience because I'm out of Asia for once. I'm somewhere else. And
I'm sorry, how old were you?
how old was I? 15?
Mm.
Yeah. And it was Gold Coast, so it was a really nice,
Okay.
nice place. My second competition was Asian Junior Championship, which was in Singapore. This was a very special competition to me. It's because I was one of the first Malaysian gymnasts to bring back a medal in that competition,
Okay.
which was a big achievement not only for me but for the sport and for the country. And it was really memorable because it was my first time competing in that competition, that
Okay.
international competition. And it was also my first time competing against China, Japan, all of those big name countries.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was very nerve-wracking. And knowing that I reached finals was already a big achievement. But knowing that I won finals I was over the moon. It was...
So the target was not actually to win.
No.
Yeah. So that's
my target was only to go for finals.
Mm.
And
I
finals?
even made a deal with my mom. I was like, okay, if I go to finals, then you have to buy me this.
Okay.
It's just like an award.
So you got that.
I got it.
Congratulations.
And like,
It's not the medal, it's that thing. That's
That
most
gives us a
important.
medal. Yeah,
because
so
it's-
like actually the finals tu berapa athlete to get into the finals?
To play is
Yeah.
top 8, and they will
okay,
have another 3 gymnasts to reserve in case one wants to pull out from the final.
Oh.
Yeah, speaking about pulling out, I mean, have you had any injuries in your career so far?
Yes, I did.
Oh, wow. Is it bad? Can I know what kind, if you don't mind?
Okay, so my most recent injury was my ankle, my left ankle. I had a minor fracture in the ankle.
Okay.
Is that a normal thing for you guys, for gymnasts, to get injuries?
Yes,
Wow.
because we're using a lot of our bodies,
Yeah.
and for landings, a lot of force is bringing down.
Okay.
Because I heard studies shown that like our impact from a landing is like a car.
Betul.
Yeah.
Because you guys are doing like macam 7
Yeah.
whatever degrees flip and then you just land on the...
So not just your body weight and the gravity and the force bringing down to a hard mat is a lot to carry, especially on your ankles and on your legs.
When you get injuries, do you see that as an opportunity to rest? Or do you actually like macam...
Lagi banyak kerja ke because kena pergi physio and all ke?
I look at it as both.
Okay.
Because one, I'm finally toning down. It's telling my body is telling me, okay, this is your time to really take some time to rest. And then another thing is that when you're injured, most of the time you're sitting out. So that guilt of like not being to go out there and train is just like it's so sad. But of course, it's responsibility because you have to arrange your physio. You need to go for your physio. You need to do the exercises. You need to ice your leg or whatever. You need to take care of it. You need to focus on your diet. It's discipline.
To be honest,
mindset.
dude, like macam the discipline that you're showing, I mean, based on what you've been telling us so far, I don't really see you as a 17-year-old. Really. Macam it's a huge responsibility.
Yeah. And kembali balik ke
sorry.
the injury tu, how long yang paling the longest period that you said you sat out from the trainings and all?
It was 6 months.
6 months. When was that? How old were you?
It was last year, right after Sukma. And thank goodness Sukma was the last competition of the
At this
season.
point of recording, we're in mid of 2025. So it was 2024 lah.
Yeah. So early year before I went for Asian Championship, what it was like for seniors. I had under-rotated, which caused my ankle to have some pain. And then from there, it was like 2 days before we fly out for competition. So I was like, I'm still going, I'm still competing. So I just hold on to the pain as much as I can. And then when I came back, the pain lessened, but I twisted my ankle another time. And then that was like already a few competitions after. So I told myself, I still have Sukma going, and I had like 2 to 3 weeks to prepare. So my coach was like, okay, we toned down a bit, but you're still doing your routines and whatnot. So when it hurts, I don't do, but I'll still focus on my routine. So we do simple, we don't put out hard skills while training. And then by the time Sukma came, I completed everything, all of my hard skills and whatnot.
Okay.
But during one of my vaults, so much impact came on my ankle. It hurt. And then I was limping back, and that was during qualifying. And then thank goodness they had a rule, because I went out for international competition. They said it's either you take your all-around medal and do 1 final, or you just do 2 finals and without the all-around medal. So my coach and I was like, okay, since we don't know if your ankle can handle anything right now, you take that all-around medal and you do 1 final. So I chose vault final. And then the video is still up on YouTube. You can still see me going and land one of my skills, and I was limping walking back.
How does that feel during that time actually? It's like macam terpaksa, or like I need to do this, or like
I need to go, because like I finished one more. I just needed to do one more thing, and then I'm done with the competition. So I was like, it's now or never, right? But unfortunately, during the competition, I made a mistake, which landed me with 2nd place. But at the time, it was heartbroken. I was quite sad.
injured pun dapat 2nd place.
I was a bit sad because I was one of the favorites to get the gold medal.
Oh, okay, faham.
But like
The target was there.
the target was there. It was there, and then the expectation was there as well.
Yeah.
But of course, I told myself, I was like, it's okay. God has other plans for me.
Yeah.
So after that, when I came back, my ankle was it didn't have any severe like bruising or anything. It was just mostly swollen. And then we came back from training like 2 weeks after, like a week or 2 weeks after. And then I realized, because my ankle was fine, and then I realized after every time I trained, it was swollen. So I was like, I take the time to go check, and then I had like a minor fracture, because if I'm not mistaken, when one of my ligaments like popped out a bit, like tore, it yanked one of my bones, like a small piece of my bone with it.
For sure.
Okay.
That sounds so painful.
And yeah, that's why dia kata 6 bulan. So now you're good to go
Yeah, I'm
already?
good to go.
Okay, thankfully that you are fully recovered.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is one of the struggles. That's the biggest struggle. Is there any other, like as an athlete, as a young athlete, what struggles that you need to go through, like your low spots to?
Honestly, I would say it's mental health.
Okay.
Because not only physical health is
Yes.
a problem, mental health is also a big, situation in the sport. It's not really, there's like a lot of people has spoken up about it.
Yeah.
But it's not really cared enough.
Yes.
So for me, mental health is one of the biggest, because it's you're fighting your own thoughts, honestly.
Yes.
So when your thoughts don't feel like doing it, then it gives a signal to your body. It's like, she's not going to do this.
Yeah.
So not just that, of course, it's just you in a mind game that you're constantly playing, trying to fight.
You're fighting yourself.
Yeah, you're fighting yourself, which is tough, especially for like younger athletes, because they don't know how to control those thoughts.
Yes.
And growing up with a society like this now is also quite bad, because people still comment about anything. They could just find anything to pull you down.
Yes.
And which is so draining for a person. And even in the competition field, people will like play mind games with you.
Yeah. Oh, so in that sport they have taunting or like toxicity.
Yeah. But like,
is there lah. Okay.
but it depends on how strong your mental is.
But you're quite well versed about this. You're quite eloquent about this. I wonder who has been helping you
Your team.
to prepare you for your mental health.
My mom.
Mm.
She told me a lot on how to, you know, think for myself. Don't ever think to do this for someone else. Because like in the end, it's all you.
Yeah.
And also due to like my ADHD and dyslexia, I have been going to therapy.
Okay.
So from there, they also teach me how to deal with my mental health.
Thank you so much for being very open about it and
Yes.
talking about it. Has that hindered you having ADHD and also dyslexia in terms of your becoming an athlete?
Yeah. The preparation, is it different sikit ke or what ke? Yeah.
Well, ADHD is a condition where it's like you're not being able to focus for like a long period of time. So for me, I'll be very distracted. But because it's, how do I say this? It's a way of, for me, of being unique. Actually, most well-known athletes who succeed also have ADHD, like Simone Biles, Michael
Yes.
Phelps. They have ADHD and they have fought through it. And it gives me hope to know that I can fight through this because it's also an advantage for me. Well, I do have to take medication, but it's something that doesn't pull me back.
I'm sorry, what do you mean like it's an advantage for you? How is it an advantage for you if you don't mind?
What ADHD? It's because that I know that I have something that most people don't have, and it puts my focus onto something. It sets my mind, because even though I can't focus straight, but like I know that I'm determined to work harder.
You focus on the positive one and you just lock in that and just go through.
Yeah.
Tapi so you have dyslexia and ADHD at this when you were young or sampai sekarang or baru je or macam mana?
Dyslexia was diagnosed ever since I was 8. Teachers noticed it when I was younger, but I only got diagnosed when I was 8. But ADHD I got diagnosed last year.
Okay.
Quite recent.
Like I'm sure, like, how do you, like, I'm sure you have a team, like your group of strong, like you said, your mom, your team, because to go through that, only you seorang je tahu how does it feel. I mean, because like, I do also have a cousin yang also maybe ada dyslexia juga. At that time, kita tak tahu dia ada. Maybe, and also kawan-kawan dia tak tahu. Dia bukan atlet tapi dia macam dia confused juga. So itu dia hanya pelajar sekolah biasa and confused, and she's been through a lot. Alhamdulillah she's okay also now. But yeah, for you also as an athlete going through that, do you mind just sharing a bit? Yeah.
Okay, so the dyslexia part, there is some disadvantage. Like sometimes my coach will tell me, "Oh, Marissa, straight your left leg," and then I'll be like, "My left," and then I ask her to straighten my right leg, and she's like, "No, it's your left." So it's like the left and rights is one of them, but because you don't really use reading or spelling in gymnastics, so it's a fine thing. But when it comes to ADHD, it's when my focus is just out. So sometimes when my coach talks to me, I won't be focused enough to. I'll be like zoning out, or I will be either too hyper or too
To zone out lah.
yeah, like, or like not feeling myself enough. But it's something I fought through because I don't really notice it until I got diagnosed. So I thought whatever I was doing was normal. But apparently when my friends pointed out, just like, no, it's not normal. I'm like, oh really?
I'll get myself checked then.
Yeah, I was like, oh okay.
Okay, I mean like, so dalam masa sama dengan all the gyms and all that, kena pergi therapy juga?
Yes.
It's a weekly thing, daily thing?
Now it's a weekly thing.
Okay.
What would you advise, I mean, if there are young athletes out there who have been diagnosed with ADHD, do you have anything to say to them?
Don't think about it as a disadvantage. Don't put yourself down about it. Think as something that makes you unique as a person, because only a percentage in the world will have this type of
Yeah.
thing, especially in sports.
Yeah.
So it's something that can drive your passion further, because you're not only fighting the toughness of the sport, you're fighting with yourself, which it's impressive by itself as well.
Yeah, glass half full, not half empty, right?
Yeah.
And of course, you need to have a strong support system like your mom
Yes.
as well.
And do you mind sharing with us about your strong? Thank you for that also. I just conclude a bit, but dia kata it's like, yeah, you have to look at the positive sides.
Yeah.
Tapi even like also an advice also, maybe out there, if you are listening to this or watching this, maybe dia deny. Have you been before that pasal support tu? Have you guys pernah macam deny tak? At that deny phase, no I'm not. Ke you terus terima?
About ADHD?
Yeah, the mental health.
I accept it.
Okay.
At first, I question, like, I try to self-reflect, like, oh, do I really have ADHD? But because I'm quite young, so I accept it, and then I move on.
Okay.
Because I cannot always hold on to grief, and like I cannot at one point I will accept it. So it's better for me just to accept it and move forward, rather than staying at one spot and just saying no,
Okay.
and like denying everything.
Yeah.
I need your mom to be my motivational coach.
Yes.
Yeah, I think she would help
Like,
you
my
go
mom
further
is
in my
not-
life.
She's not only the one who's helping me, even my coach, because she her name is Miss Natalia. She's been in the sport before.
Miss Natalia.
Yeah, she is Farah Ann's.
Yeah, Farah Ann's
Coach.
She from
So-
Russia or something.
She is from Ukraine.
Okay, close.
Close. Yeah. So she's been in the sport for like 30 years or more. So she thinks that mental health is also very important. So she's been telling us, like, she's changed. She's seen how the sport changed and whatnot. So she tell us, like, you know what, focus on yourself. And she will give us mental health tips as well, and motivation, so that we don't feel so down.
Yeah.
So your team is actually, dia seorang, tapi sebenarnya team dia yang belakang yang support tu need to be strong.
For sure. Yeah.
And like the constant one, is it just your mom and then your team bertukar-tukar, coach tukar-tukar, or like your coach has been for years together?
So my coach has always been my coach, but when we go out for competitions, that's when sometimes other coaches will go, or my coach will go. It really depends. But like the teammates, sometimes it could change during competition, but
Yes.
in the training environment in general, it's always been the same.
So it's just you, your mom lah. Your mom will bring you to all the practices and all.
Yes.
And TJ also, I'm guessing.
I'm more behind the scenes.
TJ is behind the scene, dia kata. TJ is from KL Gimnastik Association. Just now before recording, he mentioned to us that he has only been with Marissa for like 5 years.
Yep.
So do you mind just sharing, like, you kena ada this management team with you ke? I mean, before this you were in a different group ke, or macam mana tu actually?
I didn't.
Tapi coach sama, right?
Coach always been the same.
Okay.
Only when I wasn't in national, I had a different coach.
Okay.
I wasn't really familiar with the management team until I signed my contract.
Okay.
Until we have an LO and manager, and then I realized how important they were. But I got to know TJ during 2022 Sukma, my first Sukma,
Okay.
because he was our team manager at
Okay.
the time. And he helped a lot with the competition.
Okay.
Yeah, he organized which gymnasts go out first. He made sure everything was in check, so it was really important. And then I remember during one of the finals,
Okay.
because my mom was being the MC, the announcer that time.
Dalam masa sama also.
Yeah,
So
she-
MC
she-
announcer also.
Yeah,
Uish.
so she
I have to meet your mom, ah. Memang super
she
mom
she,
teruk ah ni.
she landed that job like a few years back somehow.
Okay.
So when my mom realized I was stressed out and she couldn't come to me, so she would pass notes to TJ, which TJ will pass to me. And then TJ will be there also like giving me motivation to keep on.
So then in the end you guys collab till today.
Yes.
Oh, but before that you weren't under any management company or group ke apa ke? Tak ada lah.
Not until I signed my contract with MSN.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Understand. Adakah when you sign contract MSN as an athlete you kena ada management team ataupun tak perlu?
We for each sport in MSN we always have a manager which will organize everything.
To make it better lah. So
Yeah.
basically you need to have.
Yeah. So because the manager is like a two-way communication from MSN and to the athletes.
Okay lah. Orang tengah lah basically you kan. Okay. Yeah. Big shout out to you also for ni.
Let's go TJ.
And TJ also like it's a group kan. You manage not just Marissa, you manage a lot of people. Okay. Shout out to KL Gimnastik Association. Oh, okay.
Thank you, TJ.
Thank you for
The Vice President of KL Gymnastic Association.
Oh, Vice President.
Vice President.
Ooh, yeah boy. Very honoured for him to be here.
Yeah.
Also, yes. So, what is your basically kita dah sembang dia punya highs, winning and all, lows. Tapi kita sangat-sangat surface. But I want to know actually your macam and ada end goal tak you? Maybe you and your mum ke together plan ke atau you ada berbeza to like okay, I want to
Do you want to be the next Farah Ann or the next Simone Biles?
or you want to create your own name ke macam mana tu?
I want to create my own name
For sure.
Okay.
in the field, and this dream has always been ever since I started competitively is going to the Olympics.
Of course.
It's every gymnast dream.
Okay. And like are you close with like Farah because you guys share the same coach and all?
Cause I only trained her for 7 years, so I wasn't really close with Farah.
But she knows of you and you know of her. Yeah.
We aren't like close friends. We're more a senior junior type of
Okay.
thing. But when I see her, we'll always talk. We'll always say hi, greet each other, catch up. It's really nice to have her.
Yeah, what does like someone like Farah Ann yang someone shout out to you Farah for mengharumkan nama negara kita. Adakah itu your goal untuk like be like her or like goal to like beat her? Yeah.
My goal is to be just like her,
Okay.
to bring our country's name to the highest platform, the highest games, the highest competition in
And
the
that is
world.
Olympics lah kan?
Yes, it's the Olympics.
Have you set any target on which Olympic you want to be in?
Hopefully 2028 LA.
2028.
Yes.
3 more years. Let's
Oh,
go.
yo.
Marissa.
Yeah, and then like the competition, like I'm sure that one everything you guys dah ada. Macam orang tu road to goal kan. They have
Yes.
like all that kan. So you also have to like road to the Olympics also.
Yes.
So you backtrack lah. Kalau 2028, I'm sure your team and your mom semua dah duduk and say okay, you have to enter this competition because in order
It was
to
mostly it's all me. I think of what I should do and how to make it. Because there's so many different ways of able to go to the Olympics. There's by world champ, there's by World Cups.
yeah,
So there's
dia macam
always
kena collect points, right? In order for you to
for,
qualify in a certain
World Cup you collect points.
yeah.
For World Champ you have to qualify. So there will be like a certain amount. So in World Champ, after the qualifying countries for the Olympics, after that they'll have a number of gymnasts they will pick to let them go individually or as a team. So yeah.
I mean, tutap kita dah almost to the end of the show. I am impressed. Like very like macam respect teruk
So much.
Yeah, because like you said lah, tutup mata kalau if you are driving or
Yeah.
you are cooking or if you're on the way to a gym ke apa ke listening to this, macam kita sembang dengan bukan 17-year-old.
She's 17, guys. We swear to God.
And tapi dia very happy. I mean, do you still like do what 17-year-old girls does, like macam like buat content on TikTok?
Yeah.
You still, yeah. And sama, but how she speaks, wow. Major respect. And they basically tanya macam adakah the path is planned for you? Tak ada, dia kata dia plan sendiri.
Yes.
I mean, you have a say lah, right?
Yeah. I mean, my goal is my goal, but like, of course, I have planned everything. And my coach, I discussed this plan with my coach, and she was like, "It's a really good plan, and if plan A doesn't work, we always have plan B."
Okay. Shout out to your coach, Miss
Natalia.
So dia lepas coach Farah Ann, dia coach you.
Yes.
And your team ke you seorang?
Me and my team.
Okay. Yes, we dah cerita pasal hopes and goals, your highs and lows, your struggles and your achievement. And a bit about your highs lah before ni. So the best is the one yang menang the unexpected, yang dapat hadiah from your mom tu lah.
Yeah.
Can we know what is it that you asked for? Is that possible?
Okay.
I'm just curious. I'm sorry.
Because it was in 2023, so I asked for shoes, and then for the medal, I got this bracelet, the Spider-Man Pandora.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so,
Thank you so much.
you memang pegang, memang dia
Yeah.
nampak lah achievement. Oh, congratulations.
Thank
Also,
you.
thank you for bringing our country's name out there, and mengharumkan, and keep doing what you're doing also. I just want to ask any last from you want to ask anything before we go to the next
Nothing.
segment?
You're our Spider Woman, man.
Oh,
you
thank
know,
you.
all the best for your goal in 2028, right?
Yes.
I mean, I'll be rooting for you.
Kalau tak pun in the near future or whatever, I'm sure, yeah, we are all rooting for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'm hoping that I'm expecting. No, I'm hoping that we are sitting in a room with in the same
Future.
room with a future Olympian.
Yes,
It'll be so
betul.
cool. Yeah.
Before that, I nak tanya, what's your best move? Macam ni makanan, this is mine. I am confirm got the and the difficulty kan. What is the best, and then yang paling macam very mencabar? Event ke, yeah.
Okay. I would say my best event is vaulting.
Vaulting adalah the straight line.
Yeah, it's the one where
You have to stand at the straight
yeah, it's
line.
the one where I'm running to a object.
Okay. Oh, you're running to an object?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my not so great event is bars.
Bars. The one yang one tinggi sikit
Yeah,
and
just-
one. Yeah, okay. Bars. So that one a bit like,
Yeah,
okay.
it's always
Let's just get through this.
yeah.
Okay.
It's the event that always will go into the gym and be like,
Why actually?
I just always struggled with bars. It's like, I don't know, is it the fear or it's just I'm not good at it? You know, because people have their strengths and weakness, and unfortunately, bars is my weakness. But it's something that I can still do, but it's not that good.
Also not at yang one of the events yang you kena menari and then flip
Yeah,
and
that's
all that
floor.
kind. That is what?
Floor.
That's floor. Yeah.
That's personally my favorite.
Kan dia, that is where you be different from everyone by adding a different skill, a different music ke apa ke.
Yeah.
Tu semua you seorang yang buat ke you dengan coach you duduk
So
together?
my coach, she will pick the music, she will choreograph.
Okay.
I have a say in some stuff. Like if I don't like this, I can change. Or if I don't feel comfortable with this, you know, like I can tune it because it's my own. But it's mostly behind the scenes. It's the coach finding music, choreographing, and everything.
If you can pick a music for that, which music would you which song would you choose?
Ooh. Honestly, I don't know.
Okay. I don't know. But like that floor tu kan, that is the one that I suka tengok lah actually. Kalau
It's-
on the
It's an event that is very eye-catching because you're out there performing, and it's an event where you have the chance to engage with the audience, to put on a show, and to like enjoy.
To perform.
Yeah, to perform.
So all that in the floor, you have to like flip, all that kan? Flip, land.
Yeah.
Wow. When is that only thing? Because you have to like actually dance a bit.
Yeah, you have to dance. You have to do jumps. You have to do acro, and you have to do all that in like under 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Right.
Okay.
So it's you have to use a lot of stamina.
We can do stage roles, right, Arif?
Can?
We can do stage roles. I'm trying to one up a national athlete.
Yes. Nanti maybe dia boleh ajar kita one of the stretches or the flip ke apa ke.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be our coach. Yeah.
But do you
yeah.
plan to be a coach one day?
Yeah, beyond gymnastics.
Probably.
Okay.
I would like to share my knowledge with other young gymnasts.
Yeah. And especially since you are very familiar with mental health and how it impacts young athletes, maybe you could do something about it. I don't know. I think you could contribute a lot with that.
Yeah. But in the future, I really want to be a journalist, actually.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
that.
tanya like you
Sports
plan
journalist.
to go do your studies also juga ke after your IGCSE?
Yes.
Oh wow.
I'm in my road to the Olympics is actually trying to get into college gymnastics in the States.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All the best.
Thank you.
Where would that be?
Hopefully in like 2 or 1 year time.
Oh.
It's like
Yeah, which part of the United States?
Any college will do ke?
Yeah, do you have
Jika
any
ada
college
aim
any
ke?
college will do, but
Okay.
my ideal college is UCLA.
Ooh, Los Angeles.
Is that
maybe.
the gymnastic scene really like?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the top it's one of the top colleges in the States, and also one of the best gymnastics team. They have quite a title for themselves.
Okay.
Wow. Dia memang dah tahu
Yeah,
the
she
goal.
knows.
Education
She knows what she
pun
wants.
also part of it.
Mm.
And you want to do journalism.
Yeah.
Wow. Really inspiring.
Yeah.
So inspiring.
Thank you.
Okay, and like we anything you wanna ask like
No,
last?
I think I'm good. Yeah.
Anything we give you a chance for you to like, because for you to be who you are today and more, it must be with the support and all. We give you the chance to like actually bagi tahu to the camera there. Camera will be pointing there.
Oh.
Yeah. Like thank you. Like who do you want to thank and keep supporting.
For me, I want to say thank you to everyone who's supporting me, especially my mom, my coaches, and everyone who has been supporting my journey, because without them, I won't be where I am today, and without their support, I won't be continue fighting this mental and physical battle with myself. And yeah, thank you. Also, thank you to myself for keeping me going.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you to Kak Farah and also to Simone Biles who keep me motivating to be someone in the future.
Oh.
Right, there you go.
Okay, there you go. Nanti also we will also give you a chance to like kalau nak how to reach you, kalau they want to follow your updates and all. But before that, do you want to add any final words from you actually about the whole athlete's journey that you've just shared with us, your personal journey?
For
Ada
me,
yang kita tertinggal ke apa ke?
no, you didn't leave out anything. But the one thing I want to say to who's ever watching, do sports because you want to do it because it's your passion. Because without passion, it's torture, honestly.
Oh, wow,
wow.
yes.
Yeah, because you're being forced and it's not on you. And whatever comment people tell about you, just put it aside because you know yourself better, and having negative thoughts with you just makes things even worse. So always think positively and remember whatever you do is always for yourself and not to impress someone.
Wow. Ada PR manager ke?
No.
This is all yourself. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, ish. What really macam wholesome
Yeah, very
episode.
mature.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. We're gonna move on to our segment, which is this or that.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So we will go that first, and then after that we will give you space to allow anyone that follow you on Instagram, ke TikTok, or whatever. Then we'll give you that. All right. This or that for you. This or that. Vault or floor exercise.
Ooh, this is a hard one.
I thought you said you like floor better.
I like floor, but vault is my best. I think I would go for floor.
All right, Nabil, your turn.
All right. I think I know the answer to this. Balance beam or uneven bar?
Balance beam.
All right.
Without
Training
hesitation.
a new skill or perfecting an existing skill.
Perfecting an existing skill.
Okay.
I like this one. Early morning training or late afternoon training?
Late afternoon training.
Okay. Chalk hands or gripped hands.
Chalked hands.
Okay.
Competition leotard or training attire?
Competition leotard.
Let's go.
Okay. Loud arena crowd or quiet focus training.
Loud arena crowd.
Yeah.
And finally, solo practice or team practice?
Team practice.
And we would like you to end with a specific quote that you yourself keep. If there any quote or kata-kata seorang Marissa say to yourself every day ke apa ke?
Keep going because this is my dream.
Keep going because this is my dream. Alright. They're simple, straight to the point. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Also, do you want to give kalau whoever wants to follow your career journey, where do they find you and all? Yeah, can bagi tahu them.
To stay updated with me, you can always follow me on my Instagram. It's Marissa Zaiful _.
Okay, and also.
TikTok?
I like to keep my TikTok private.
Okay.
Understand.
Tak ada masalah. Okay je.
All right, I think that's it. Thank you so much, Marissa. I mean,
Thank you
it's
for
been
having me
wonderful.
today.
Yeah, how do you
Listening to
feel, Nabil, after listening ni?
Inspired
Yes.
and a bit. I kind of wish I had that discipline when I was 17 and that awareness of myself also. I think that would have helped me a lot because I think I gained that. I don't know, like 7-8 years ago. I think that was too late, man.
7-8 years ago, 17 kan kau?
No, awesome. Oh my god, I hate you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any last words actually from you?
No, I'm okay.
Okay, thank you so much for being here to actually tak ada reserve, just keep it like santai and just tell from your part of the story also how you feel your journey, and we really hope that you will eventually fly higher. And then
Thank you.
your quote again macam mana tadi?
Just keep doing because it's my dream.
Yeah, we hope that the dream that you are aiming is gonna be achieved, and like we are here as your fans cheering for you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me today, and I really appreciate your support.
Thank you.
Marissa.
Also, cakap to the audience as well and the listeners, the viewers. Thank you so much for listening to Marissa's journey from the start to the end of the show, not end of the journey. I think it's just the beginning. But yeah, tak pergi tak pergi States lagi and all, tak pergi all the SEA Games ke apa. We just keep look for this national athlete of Marissa, because I think inshallah it's going to be a big one, a good one for you.
Yeah, she mentioned that there's a 50-year-old gymnast, so she has like 33 more years to go.
Yes. Betul. Also to everyone, thank you again for listening. If you have any other sports, athlete ke, person ke, sports kawan ke,
Climbing, bouldering.
tak kisah.
Tiba.
If you have, just let us know. We will definitely call them. How you let us know adalah by following us on Better Call Sukan, Instagram, TikTok, all socials lah. Yes. So thank you so much also for you to for listening. Sampai ke hujung, kita extend sikit hari ni, but we didn't really feel it actually. Tahu-tahu dah sejam dah. Yes, thank you so much Nabil also for being with me, anchoring the show with me. It's an honour to curi your busy schedule. I hope that you rasa okay hari ni.
I had fun. I mean, when I saw that season 3 had guest hosts, I was like, macam bila dia nak ajak aku ni? So finally, But yeah, thank you so much for having me. Good to be part of Better Call Sukan. And I think hearing listening to Marissa firsthand, macam we are actually asking her the questions and dia ada kat sebelah kita cerita. That was really wonderful. Thank you.
Nak cakap you did a very good job, tapi benda ni benda santai, perkara biasa for you. So yeah, I did a good job to be with you today. Salam sikit. Okay, kita guess. Thank you so much, Marissa, for being here again. And any last words from you first?
Kau dah tanya last word dia 4 kali gila. Kau nak dia cakap apa lagi?
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Alright, everybody, let's wrap up the show. Cukup lah. My name is Arif Daniel.
My name is Nabil Zakaria.
My name is Marissa.
And we will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Audio Plus.